that wasn't okay. That was not my fault. Okay, the acoustics in this room aren't great, and just okay. I had something in my throat this morning, and nothing was coming out right. And okay, that wasn't good. We're gonna restart the recording. We're gonna restart here. All right, we're gonna try again. The first 27 seconds didn't happen. It's not my fault.
Not to mention you've had a cold for the last 6 months.
I've had a cold for the last 6 months. Okay, and it's a really muggy day out.
There was that weather warning actually today. So I mean,
exactly.
Nothing's going in your favor.
Swiped off that one just like I scrolled past the Amber Alert today.
Speaking of Amber Alerts,
how funny is it that Helen's husband is like, she kidnapped my kid. Are you sure about that, sir? Yeah, my son's got a baseball tournament this weekend, and she took her.
You know what's really funny? How many episodes do you think that guy's been in?
1.
Oh, this is the first time we're seeing him?
Correct.
That makes sense why I had no idea who he was until she was talking to him.
Yeah.
When she called him like, that's who this guy is?
Yeah. For some reason, Helen, actually it makes sense. He's definitely a bottom.
Yeah, dude, she's a tall woman.
She's a tall woman.
I would not. Yeah. I don't know how that guy does it. More power to him.
No, I think less power to him. I'm almost certain he's taking it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
She's giving it up and he's taking it up. Yeah. She wears nice. She has outside the high waisted pants. She looks good.
Yeah, she's
Helen's a good looking lady.
She's a good looking lady. Speaking of good looking ladies, I swear to God, dude,
if Ben
comes
gets
near
with
my
Ruth, I know, man.
I'm gonna fucking
I hear saying
kill him.
she's your Ruth when I watched the show first and I expressed how amazing I thought she was. You already watched that stupid Netflix show, not Mindhunter. You watched that other Maniac.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
And you were like, "Oh, this is great, Alex. You should watch it." And I was like, "I'm not gonna watch that."
And
you're like, no, it's really good. You like? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna watch it. And like, no, Alex, you have to watch it. And then you were like, speaking of stone things you have to watch. You don't want to watch La La Land? That movie's a piece of shit. Like, no, it's really good. Like, Damien Chazelle's amazing.
What's his name?
Damien Chazelle.
I almost said Damien Giselle.
It's Damien Chazelle.
Yeah, Damien Giselle is amazing.
Damien Chazelle. No, he sucks.
No, what'd you just?
What, the Glow. We were talking about that earlier on the walk today. We were saying how I watched the first season of Glow, told you about it. You watched the first season of Glow. Then you tell me, oh, you gotta watch season 2. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. And you're like, why? And I'm like, because I could tell after the first season that show did not need a second season. It concluded its entire.
Well, I was under the impression you liked it.
I did like it. I thought it was really good. But when it ended, I was like, all right, cool. That served its purpose, and that show should never come back. And it came back in a second season, and then a third season.
Season 1, I would honestly say is kind of flawless.
It was really good. First season's solid, man. But it's just, as always, it's my curse in this world is just my divine knowledge of everything. My superiority.
It's gotta suck being you.
It does.
See, what's good about me is like I get to go through life with every day being utter and complete
Ignorance
confusion.
is bliss.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never know what's gonna happen, what's gonna come my way, and I'm an anxious wreck the entire time. You have the other burden though of knowing everything's going to happen. Exactly
everything will play out.
You know what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is fucking ridiculous.
10 words in before you even had the thought. I saw you before you got to bed this morning. All right.
That was good. You said in the last episode. You mentioned I saw the Ben Affleck thing. And you started. I'm sorry, not the Ben Affleck thing. I just got
Ben
Affleck on the mind. I guess. Yeah. Like I mentioned the spelling of the name thing, and you got to it before I even got to say it, dude. You know what's going to happen. It's scary. It's scary, dude.
It's impressive, man.
What do they call you? A clairvoyant?
It's one of the terms I've heard thrown my way over the years.
What are the other terms? I've also heard the term God.
Deity, God.
Deity. Chosen one.
Yeah, a lot of things in that nature. Leader, the prophesize, the prophecy, the prophet.
The golden child.
So many things, dude. So many just complimentary words that have been shared.
You should
my way.
honestly update your fucking LinkedIn with all those titles under your name.
Yeah, I should honestly. Then I should go to the guys like we're officially starting. Some of them have like an actual page I put up where it's like Alex Yurasits is. What should my excursion be called? I have to have my name in it for.
What does that mean?
What should my excursion?
What's the excursion on it? What are you talking about?
My cult.
Oh, you mean how to get your process on the thing?
Yeah, I think what should the 7 steps every cult has one.
Oh shit, yeah.
It'd be like
first rule of the cult.
The first rule of the cult.
Don't talk about my cult.
That's to the nose. First rule of the cult is something that's really inviting. Then second rule of the cult's like, all right, that's less inviting, but it's still it's palatable. I can digest that. And then the third one, like, well, I'm already too deep. This third one's a little bad, but I've already graded the first. I might as well do the third one. Then it's like, all right, 4 is pretty serious, but let's just you can have one bad one in there. Let's see what 5. Wow, 5's way worse. Interesting.
First rule says live your life as a leaf in the wind, just going where life takes you. Right. Second rule, I am the wind. Everything I say, you do.
That is the exact actually opening. Yeah. It's again. I don't understand why everyone has this bad. It's the stigmatizing cult. It's like in all genuine. We're not all created equal.
What's wrong with having some community?
Some people are smart. Some people are dumb. Smart people should be leaders of the cults, and dumb people should follow the cults. Not everyone's capable of thinking for themselves. It's that simple.
That is true.
That's
such a good point.
It's the Daniel Tosh where he says the fact that 10% of Americans are unemployed. I wish someone have the balls that I'm going to say right now. 10% of Americans don't deserve to have jobs. That's a fact. It's true. So those people, but no. Now hear me out there. Everyone's saying that's wrong. Everyone should have income. No, everyone should have stability. There's a difference, which is why I'm proposing that the 10% who don't deserve to have jobs are integrated as cult followers. They don't have income because they don't deserve, but they have stability of things being provided for them by their gracious cult leader.
See, the cult's really for your betterment and your well-being.
Exactly.
It's not us taking advantage of you.
See, you said us.
You're taking advantage of.
So you said us, implying that this is that we are equals in this, and see that might have been like.
I thought I was one of the grandmasters.
Right. So again, you see, you're using words like "you thought" instead of what I thought for you.
I'm sorry.
You see the problem here.
I'm sorry, master.
Yeah, that's better. Thank you. Okay. See, now you're what we call a borderliner. Okay. You're someone who potentially does deserve a job, but shouldn't be able to think for themselves. You know what I mean?
Would you consider doing auditing in this cult as well?
Auditing, but we can't call it that.
well, basically, it's.
It'll be nothing like auditing, Rob. That's not funny to joke about.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's a
serious process that actually
it's a lot of benefits to it. Very beneficial.
I've done it a few times, and I can honestly say afterwards, I've come out much better of a person afterwards.
See, now you're lying. That's the first blemish.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I better behave myself. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I'm excited. It's gonna be it's all gonna be used in my inevitable fucking prosecution. They're like, oh, is it true in episode 98 you said, in quote, that you think 10% of Americans don't deserve to have jobs and those people should be integrated into a cult in which you run? And I said, yeah, but I also said that I would provide for them while I did it, so I don't think I did anything wrong. And then they're like, you don't think you did anything wrong, sir? How about in which you said that you...
Well, in most cults, doesn't the leader get some sort of gratification of all this? I didn't hear how you're getting any gratification. It's like you're just helping people that can't provide for themselves.
Exactly.
You're just creating a path for those who are too stupid to tread their own path.
It's exactly.
Some should call what you're doing saintly.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I'm getting in exchange is just devout, obedience, subservitude, just things like that.
Going back to Ozark for a second, dude, Darlene is fucking insane. Also,
Darlene's someone
I think Darlene was probably quite pretty back in her
Darlene is most certainly, she would be someone who's high up in the cult.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
that's why
she's
I brought her
someone who so it's not. It'll be run efficiently. Is my point. We will love our people in charge. Everyone who's thinking like I don't know. This sounds fun. I'd love to join it, but like. It's harder to get on the ground floor of things. It's easier to join what's already happened. But if you get on the ground floor of things, you're really a part of it, The fucking 9 billionth person to become a Christian is a little less important than the first person to become a Christian, you know what I mean?
Actually, 9 billionth person is what we call a follower.
Exactly. It's like back to Ozark. It's like when Marty was saying about the rule of numbers, the average is you can't find one person cheating, you can find 1,000 people cheating and realize how they cheat.
Dude, that was so interesting. I'm not smart enough to ever conjure up that thought on my own, but like having it presented
Jason Bateman might not be either. We just know he's smart enough to act it very well and to direct it very well and to produce it very well. To say it in
such a way, he seems like he's smart.
Isn't it weird he hasn't written any episodes?
I thought so, but
my
honestly,
ego would go insane if they're like, all right, Jason, we'd love for you to do your producing expertise, your acting expertise, your directing expertise. Yeah, he's the producer of the show from the beginning. So it's all him, and then they're like, but we don't want you to come up with a single fucking idea. You're not writing any of the words.
Yeah, I don't think it went down
that way. And he's like, guys, I have a great idea. What if Marty says like, fuck you, Jason? We know what Marty says, not you. Pretty actor boy. Think you got cool spiky hair? You're in your 50s, dude.
What a director, though. Has he got any movie things after this?
No. He's got an Emmy, though.
He's
his
phenomenal.
Only Emmy. Not for acting, but for directing.
Maybe I'm ignorant. I'm under the impression the director is kind of in charge of coming up with how the shots look and what angles and so on. Or is that not what the director does?
No, he's actually just a glorified figurehead. Everyone knows that.
Oh, okay.
No, he seems like a pretty competent director.
That's not what I asked you. I'm asking if this falls
obviously.
Into the... Okay, fine. Because ipso facto, he's an awesome director, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And I still think it's crazy that he only got the Emmy for that and not for his acting ability, where he's also bringing in.
Because he's phenomenal in that show for acting.
But yeah, he's pretty great.
Fucking though, with Darlene, though, I thought she was insane the entire time with that moment when she talks to him. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, Crack Whore Confessions flashback.
What is that?
That porn series, Crack Whore Confessions.
I'm unfamiliar with their work. I've never seen.
It's pretty self-explanatory what it is.
Can you tell me more about this?
It's crack whores confessing about being crack whores, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, you must be pretty embarrassed about yourself, huh? You little piggy. You must feel like shit, don't you?" And she's like, "Yeah, I feel terrible." He's like, "Yeah, I bet you do. You're a fucking crack whore."
Is a boo in the background the entire time?
No, it's just really up close and personal. it's a lot to process. It's more emotional than anything else.
When she asked him who he talks to, and she was so sympathetic and understanding.
Yeah, Darlene's awesome, dude. Darlene's ride or die.
That side was even.
See, Darlene's ride or die. Wendy doesn't seem entirely ride or die.
Wendy's a fucking bitch.
I know Wendy's awful, but she's great. Laura Linney's phenomenal.
Yeah, she is, but she's still a fucking bitch.
Yeah, man. Ruth's ride or die.
Ruth,
I don't know. I don't like that Marty literally in a span of 24 hours says Ruth's untouchable, and then she's like, "Fuck you, Marty Bird." It's like, all right, I don't know if that's fair.
I don't know. I feel like you doing the voice of Ruth that fucking.
Yeah, the perfect Marty Bird. I want to kill Marty Bird.
Can you do somebody else's voice and not that one?
I can't actually. I'm sorry. It's the only one I've been working on.
I bet you should work on another one. Why don't you learn how to do that fucking idiot from Power? Why don't you learn how to do his voice?
Frank Jr.
Fucking hate that guy. Another guy from Mania.
I like how the other guy from I like how we can't escape him somehow. He's like the
Dude, that guy fucking
dude. It's
sucks.
fucking terrible. Every once in a while, I forget who he is, and then I hung out with Andrew one time. This was in a period where I forgot who Frank Jr. was, and then Andrew says, "Hey, Zach and Alex, you guys want to watch Shutter Island? It's so fucking good." And then me and Zach were like, "I don't know. I saw the movie a while ago. I'm pretty sure it's a complete piece of shit." And he's like, "No. It's awesome. If your little guy's going good, and you watch, it's pretty awesome." We were like, "I don't know." Pretty shitty. And he's like, "Trust me, guys." He puts it on. We watch it. We don't pause. We don't say a single word. My point of all of this is that Frank Jr. is in it the whole movie. No pausing. Just watching. Dark room, right? Very end. Me and Zach. Andrew's like, "What do you guys think?" That movie sucked. That was bad. Yeah, that was not good. What? That movie's amazing. It's so good. It wasn't interesting. The whole twist. I'm like, no, that was stupid.
Dude, you sounded like Randy.
Thank you.
That's fucked up. You guys didn't include whatsoever.
No, we both just were like, that movie sucked.
Didn't we watch it once?
Yeah, that was my first time watching it, thinking it sucked. And then I watched it. It was the fucking scene from Half Baked. Andrew was like, "You gotta watch it high, man. You ever watched it high?"
He's so much better.
It's so much. Everything's so much better.
And then there's the guys that think everything's better when you're high.
Yeah, man. You ever watch Schindler's List, man? You gotta watch it high.
The colors,
man. That doesn't really add up. No, you see it in color, man.
Fucking who are we just saying we hate though?
Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies.
No, we weren't talking about that. Oh no, fucking that idiot from fucking. God, yeah, I had a whole train of thought. You made me fucking blow it. Shutter Island. Oh yeah, that movie looks like. My point was going to be that movie kind of seemed like it sucked regardless, but like that definitely seems like a movie that's like if I get high, it's probably gonna be better.
No,
I feel like that movie's probably gonna be worse if you're high.
More boring.
Yeah, for sure. That's my point. I feel like
it's also just glum.
It was incoherent when you weren't high.
It's like maybe it's
glum
like
is a great way to describe it. That movie looks glum as shit.
Yeah, that's not what I want to look at. I'd literally just rather watch.
Yeah, I want to see the colors.
Exactly.
Watch Schindler's List.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Put Schindler's List on so you can watch a colorful movie.
We're obligated to do this right now because this is. I mean, this can be or maybe it should be the next one. Should I spoil the fun because of tomorrow's date, or should I? Tomorrow's date, which will be today's date.
Don't make this into a Robbie moment. Just fucking be chill for a second, bro. You've been good for 13 minutes.
Fuck yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Where'd that happen? You leaned up and you readjusted and you reset for a second, like, oh, must go back to initial programming.
Actually, that's a really
I'm trying to get it out of you, dude.
That's actually really probably the best way to put it. That's what happened, probably.
You know, I was thinking, fucking. I had this thought when we were playing Lego Star Wars. Okay, this is the game meant for children. I'm pondering life in such a way. I was like, you know what's interesting? These droids. I'm like, we're led to believe these droids are good. They're just doing what they're told. What if, like, what C-3PO doesn't have he's not a person. R2-D2 is not a person. They're just droids. They have no emotions, do they?
C-3PO for sure has emotions. He's the biggest pussy of the bunch.
He is, but that's what I don't get. It's like, why do they have personalities? No sense.
Why is he I don't understand that one. That's a good point.
And also, the hilarious, we're playing Lego Star Wars, a game where they don't talk. All I saw was, like, we switched to... I don't even know why. I think it was because oh, no, because when we were switching to in the challenge mode to the stupid fucking droids and they stopped shooting, I was like, why would they stop shooting at us? I'm like, oh, I guess because we're not people. I'm like, yeah, we're not people. Why are we doing this mission? Why is R2 doing anything? And it's like... They also have it like where they have fear at moments, and like they like when R2 like shakes his head, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So what do you mean?
Yeah,
you're a robot.
That. Maybe it's like the way the droids are designed is like what they said in the Matrix, where they had to add all the fucking bullshit because if it was too perfect, people would just immediately realize something was wrong. Like maybe people would be too jarred if the droid was not like had any emotions or feelings.
Star Wars sucks. Star Wars is really tainted by the last 3 Star Wars movies.
The last 3. It's like the last 9 they did.
I meant I'm counting the main series. 7, 8, 9 is stupid.
No. I know I'm a complete asshole for saying this, but I didn't hate fucking Rise of Skywalker. I didn't hate Force Awakens, even though Force Awakens is just fucking New Hope repeated.
You know what I watched?
What?
I wasn't listening to anything you just said, but I don't think it's that important. I'm just going to go past it and pretend that never happened.
Sure.
So, what I was watching was Enola Holmes.
Is that the one with Millie Bobby Brown?
I don't know. She's 16 and I hadn't noticed if she was in it or not.
You can't identify if an actress is in something just because
I
of her
didn't
age?
notice if she were.
That's interesting.
No, that's the Millie Bobby Brown movie, yeah.
Well, my question was when we said that's not the one that Ruth's in, because I know she does a lot of shit with Netflix also.
That's Inventing Anna.
Okay.
Different. Enola, Anna. They're 2 different names, actually, 2 different letters.
They're pretty similar names, though.
First off, here's something crazy. Millie Bobby Brown, I was watching the whole movie like, damn, that's a really good British accent she's doing. Come to find out, she has a good American accent and other things. She's actually very much British. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. I was wondering why the entire cast was British and she was. I'm like, that's weird. The cast one American.
I didn't know she was British.
Neither did I. So that was interesting. And then the best part was the movie opens up. I knew nothing about the movie. I just knew that it was not Sherlock Holmes.
Is that anything to do with Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, it's his younger sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they put it without that much thought. They were like, what if he has a younger sister?
We just watched something that had that same stupid fucking logic. Oh, yeah, Wendy's brother coming to the show liking Ruth. They did that same dumb logic.
Yeah.
No, we did just actually watch something that they had that zero amount of thought was put into like the new villains reveal.
What if it's the pizza guy from the beginning of the story?
Basically. Continue.
No, but I watched Enola Holmes, and first opening up, I'm like, Helena Bonham Carter's there. I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't know she was in this. That's fucking awesome.
That was pretty cool.
And then 2 seconds passed, and I was like, I didn't know she was in this, so she's probably barely in this movie.
You know, I watch
I'm gonna leave this movie thinking,
once, maybe twice a year.
I'm talking.
It's just always a delight.
Yeah. So I was gonna say, I was thinking like, I guarantee I'm gonna end this movie thinking she was not nearly enough of it, and long and behold, the movie's over. I'm like, yeah, she was in not nearly enough of it.
Or change the opening scene.
She's in the opening scene, and in the movie, it opens up where it's like, my life is perfect. It's fucking fantastic. I live with my mother in the hills.
I'm sorry. It's the same logic as fucking Ocean's 8. Oh, yeah, Danny's sister.
Yeah.
The bitch we never heard about for the last 3 movies. When he was on the run from Andy Garcia, the guy fucks your family over, and he'll whack your family, then he'll, whatever the thing that he says. He just never got to Sandra Bullock. He just was on his radar.
He'll kill you, and then he'll go to work on you.
Yeah, exactly. And he does your family and all that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
It is dumb. This is not quite as bad, but so it's it's Millie Bobby Brown, Henry Cavill, Sherlock Holmes, and Sam Claflin is the third sibling, who is what?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Some idiot, an unnecessary ancillary character who did nothing for the entire fucking movie.
I don't know what that word means.
Do you want to read it out loud? Well, you got your phone out. Let's do a little lesson.
You think I can spell that word?
Give your best shot.
Hold on 1 sec. Let me open up.
Come on, man. You're holding up.
Again. Say the word again.
Ancillary character.
Ancillary
character.
Why are you saying? I can't even. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Ancillary. How do you say this?
Give your best shot. Everything I heard. Everything I said.
Thank you, autospell.
Yeah, very good.
Oh, dude, I wasn't even gonna be close to that.
Ancillary.
All right, I found it. Providing necessary support to the primary activities or operation. Oh, what ancillary? Why didn't you just say that?
I don't know. My bad, man. I'm sorry. I should have dumbed that down a little bit. The point is, he sucks and he's useless. In the entire movie, he was useless. That's part of the entire movie. The movie was actually. It did this fun little thing where it was enjoyable, but it was made by a fucking moron who made it as unenjoyable as like everything that was like good kept getting stepped on because they kept like they like the shoehorn love story with this bumbling buffoon, and like there's one scene in the movie I don't know she rescues him.
Henry Cavill's character?
No, he's her brother.
No, I didn't mean that. I thought I meant like his only story.
No, he's barely in the movie too. The movie I could have literally they could have. It's everyone's like you're talking out of your ass. No, I could have made a better movie. With a week of time, I could have made a better movie than this. It's like the movie had such good ideas. Not even good ideas. It had not even a good premise. It had a premise. And then it could have been used in a way where that's actually fun. I was like, because basically I was expecting it to be like an Indiana Jones type romp, like a real adventure film. But instead of being a full-on adventure film, they're like, what if it's all so Tuck Everlasting? And there's this random asshole character who has
Tuck Everlasting is awesome.
Not when you want to watch Indiana Jones, it's not. The point is, they have this dumb love story of this asshole piece of shit loser, right? This fucking Zero, who Enola Holmes is just immediately infatuated with on his bumbling buffoonery, okay? Cool. And first half of the movie, I hate him to begin with, and he looks like he has hair like Wyatt on fucking Ozark. And I thought, all right, he looks like a douche, but fine. Then they cut his hair, and I thought, Jesus Christ, I want to kill him. I want him to die viciously on the screen. I don't know, because the movie had to have something happen in it.
It's a movie.
So they're like, what if he comes back in the next scene? He's got shorter hair. He's like, I changed it. I thought it was a little scraggy, a little shaggy.
It's horrible.
Huh? No, I don't know. He was talking. Every time he talked, I tuned out the movie. Okay, this guy's horrible.
You watched the whole thing?
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Why?
Well, listen, I don't know. But
you gonna watch the second one?
Maybe. I saw he's on the cover in an even larger role, so I don't know.
Right.
His face is even bigger on the second cover.
That sounds sick. Maybe he's not so much of an ancillary character.
Yeah, that's not the person I said it about. No, this guy sucks so bad. And they have a scene in the movie when she like saves him for the umpteenth time, and she sends him on his merry go fuck himself way, where he's sitting in the back of like a truck, or like, it's not a truck, it's like a carriage being pulled by horses with like chickens on it or some nonsense, and it has like wooden slits. Like you can picture that kind of like a farm thing, right?
Yeah.
So he's sitting on the back of one of those, and he's sitting where his legs are hanging over the back of him. He's looking at her as the car's driving away, and he has his one hand over the railing. Okay, so he's kind of like resting his chin against it. But then his other hand is so awkwardly placed, like I don't know where to put it. Should be on my leg, on my knee. Should I have it up near? It's just like. The whole it's like a 20-second shot, like the end of fucking the Day Troopers when they're walking away. It's like a long shot, and I just see his fucking creepy little hand in the corner of the frame. It was terrifying to me. That was horrifying. On top of that, they had like these cool moments, like whenever you're watching someone get drowned in a bathtub. What do you think every movie ever?
Someone pushing their head into the water.
No. What do you think that person should do when they're getting their head pushed in the water, drowning? Go limp, pretend they stop breathing.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You never had that thought before, you fucking moron?
I understand the question.
Clearly. Okay, I don't think you understand anything. The fucking Enola Holmes, smart, go-lucky girl she fucking...
Is it even like a mystery movie? Because it doesn't sound like it's a mystery movie.
That's the fun part of it that they chose to gloss over with everything else in between.
Really?
Yes. Helena Bonham Carter like goes on the run and she's trying to figure out why she goes on the run. There's actually like a moment, because the director didn't do this, it was the editor who probably came up, or someone who worked on the special effects or whatever. They keep having this thing where she's deciphering things, where you see like these, because her and her mom would like decipher words and write stuff backwards, so she'll like be reading the thing in the paper and the letters start moving around and everything, and that looks awesome.
How's she related to Sherlock Holmes?
She's his kid sister.
So her and her mom, not her and her older
apparently
famous
the
inspector
father
brother.
No, he's famous inspector. She lives in like the country.
No, my point is he didn't teach her anything.
They don't have a relationship now.
Oh, okay. Cause they're strained because he's a famous inspector.
No, because he's 37 years old and she's 16. He's a full-grown man who's not lived at home for 20 years, and he doesn't know her. That wasn't the stupid part of the story.
No, that's still the stupid part of the story.
The asinine. No, so she goes limp in the fucking this fucking ugly piece of shit, who is the hitman in the movie. The guy in Prisoners who has the snakes, who they cast and things because we need someone who's creepy looking.
No.
I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. The point is, it looks like that guy. It's not him.
The guy with the drawings on the walls and shit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not that guy, but it's someone who's any part that guy's ever been cast in, I guarantee this guy also auditioned for it. Okay?
Gotcha.
They're like, it's a toss-up. Do we want to go this way or that way? It's kind of like,
Oh, we missed him by just... okay, we got to...
Yeah, it's like, some people prefer mustard on their sandwiches, some people prefer mayonnaise on their sandwiches. It's like, it's kind of dealer's choice.
That's a good analogy.
But it's really what it comes down to. This asshole, right? He's drowning Enola Holmes, and then she kind of smirks at the camera, because she keeps talking to the camera, looking at the camera.
Ugh.
And then she goes limp, and he gives him like, oh, that's cool. They actually did that for once, and she headbutts him, and she runs away. I'm like, nice. Cool moment, right? And then in another scene, they're having it where she's fighting him in like hand-to-hand combat, and it's being cut back and forth with her and her mom training footage. And like, that sounds like it maybe could in theory be cool, and it could have been, but it's done in such a lazy way. Like, imagine like if they had it. Remember we were watching that video of not Bruce Lee, Everyone's like, you fucking racist. You think Jackie Chan's Bruce Lee, you fucking scumbag? Remember that video of Jackie Chan talking about like the way of connecting punches in movies, how if you cut that stuff?
Yeah.
So if they were like doing it that way where like the punches were actually like connecting, where you see like the wind up in one shot and the reaction in the next shot, so I felt like it was actually like the movements were syncing up, that'd be great. Instead, they're like, what if we just do this in the most half-assed way possible, where like it's just two shots of somewhat similar of a fight going on from different perspectives.
Some say that's the superior.
The superior
style.
way to go about it. Shockingly, that's it must have been because that's the way they chose. Now, obviously, no, the big heads at Netflix would not have an inferior product make it to market.
Now, does she talk to the camera in a cool way, like cuffs, or is it something?
No,
like
it's not.
stupid?
Don't you ever even think it's like cuffs? Okay, that movie handles talking to the camera so well. Okay, because Christian Slater can do no wrong. And then someone in the comments is like, what about the fact that, they're 2008 domestic abuse charge? I'm like, okay, that was wrong.
Flawed,
I'm sorry. He also has a drinking problem. You want to put that out there too?
He's gorgeous. He can have a few problems.
Exactly. He should have a few problems to balance him out for being so
that
pretty.
Hair, that fucking hair,
dude. It created an entire dynasty.
Like that goes to life unscathed.
Even still, great head of hair.
Really, we should have him on the show.
That's when we talked the other day about having guests on the show. And I was saying, I don't know about having guests on the show. If it's Christian Slater or Brendan Fraser, I can have a guest on the show. If it's anyone else,
dude, that would be awesome.
Go fuck yourselves.
That'd be so cool. I would do the very mature thing though if either one of them came on, and I would just sit here quietly
and let me talk to them. Yeah.
I would laugh.
I think Christian Slater would be very happy to not get a question about fucking Heathers or Mr. Robot and have someone ask him about cuffs. Like, oh my god, finally, someone wants to talk about cuffs with me.
I want to do cuffs too for years.
I'm like, I want to do it too, man. Let's make this show on the road, baby. He's not, he's only a 45-minute drive away.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why haven't we gone and met him now?
I don't know, man. He's around the corner, really. He's our neighbor.
Even though I don't have the same affinity for him that you do,
first question. Here's my first.
Here's my first. Here's cult, by the way, or is it still you?
God adjacent.
That makes sense.
No, this is actually the first question I have for Christian Slater. I'm like, so when you were making, Legend of Billie Jean, how thrilled were you when you found out that Helen Slater wasn't related to you? He's like, I've never been happy when I figured out that gorgeous.
That was a great question.
Beautiful creation, the one where God really took his time. I'm so glad it just happened to be from the same area, the same last name, and we were not related. Oh my God, what a fun shoot.
Yeah, what a lucky
And I'd be like,
guy.
damn, that's awesome. And he's like, it's been forever since I've been asked about that movie. Everyone just wants to talk about fucking, Mr. Robot.
See, it's so funny you mentioned that, because we were watching that thing of the H3 guy with Bill Burr, and they're saying how bad his questions were, and I was trying to think of how
that was the try thing, with George Costanza.
I have no idea how I'd even start doing an interview without sounding like I'm an idiot from fucking middle school.
Well, first off, you have to stop. The problem is everyone's like, again,
that was a great question. You're right, because everyone would ask him, who the fuck
what was it like hanging out with Winona Ryder? And he's like, I don't know, guys, it was 30 fucking years ago, okay? Fuck off. But then he's like, because how many times can he say, oh, she's beautiful, I love her?
Yeah.
But then he's like, I haven't been asked a question about Billie Jean in forever.
Yeah, exactly. How often does a guy
forever
get to meet a chick who's probably his cousin but is not his cousin?
I know.
And is a work of art.
It's Helen Slater. It's Supergirl, for fuck's sake. All right? It's like, some people get cast in movies because they got lucky. She's Supergirl. They were casting, like, oh my God, we just actually found fucking Supergirl. Proof of which, that movie is insane.
We actually weren't going to make this movie, but we found you. So
we weren't even planning on it. This all kinds of like, we had no interest in having any sort of launching pad to promote feminism with any female empowerment. Of course not. But you're just so perfect for the part.
But then we saw you.
And we thought Supergirl has to be in American screens. And then they're like, so we're gonna make that's really cool. We're gonna have like Christopher Reeve walking. Like, no, no. Chris actually told us to go fuck ourselves. Shockingly enough,
he's busy doing Quest for Peace.
Yeah, he's not interested in us whatsoever or this project. But don't worry, we got a great idea. I was talking to my nephew, right, and he said, "Why even bother with having Superman? And we can just have a poster of him in the movie."
And everybody says if you can't get the guy,
why would there be a poster for Superman 1 in the universe with Superman in it? Well, we're not going to create a second poster. Why would we make a new photo? We already have one. We have thousands of those lying around.
We do when we're off duty.
Doesn't even make sense as a response. I'm just gonna. You thought that was funny? All right, that's good. I'm glad you thought that was funny. Not only you thought that was funny.